Madam Speaker, the President of the United States.
Multiple continents.
You guys know what this represents? What
People have gone out there against the mainstream media and said, you're going to call us racist, you're going to call us potential Timothy McVeighs. You
All right. Hope you Patriots out there kicking ass, taking names. Welcome to the party, folks, to PatriotPartyNews.com. I'm your host, Chaz Carter, better known as Underground Patriot, coming to you live from the Wolf Den, folks. Welcome to the biggest truther movement and component that you've ever seen in your freaking life. As I'm sitting here broadcasting, they've already started cutting me off, and Instagram or Instagram. Sorry, they have uncanned you already. I knew that day was coming. This is how they start shutting things down. It's showing here that we just got disconnected. If you guys on Instagram can hear me and see me, just let me know. I would really, really appreciate that. Or I'll just do something crazy like do this in real time right now. Yeah. See if that works there. Bear with me, guys. I'm going to do this live. This is what I used to do in the good old days. I would have to do this. And this is, unfortunately, no different. Let's see here. Bear with me here. They would do it when I'm live, wouldn't they? Okay. Now watch this. Abracadabra. We'll see what happens. And boop. We'll see what happens. All right, cool. This is where the cool cats go to get their daily intel news and bread. That's right. It's the PatriotPartyNews.com, folks. We are more than just a website. We are full functioning badassery. Patriot Broadcasting Network. Broadcasting around the world 24/7. Hey, if you are joining us on Instagram, they cut you off early. We are reconnected. We did that pretty quickly. Hey, folks, listen, we need your help more than ever. We lead the Patriot movement with what we have designed here. They're not wanting you to know about it. And I'm going to great pains to explain this because algorithms are listening to my words that are coming out of my mouth. Okay? The truth will set you free. 5 words for you to remember. Okay? Whenever you want to look at the truth will set you free. Period. We're no different. We're trying to get the truth out. Are you tired of being lied to? Do you understand that everything that you see is a simulation in terms of a marketing aspect, MK Ultra signals? We're going to talk about, guess what they're able to do? They're able to control your mind with different signals. Did you know this? I hope you did. Again, you can help us out. Donate to the cause. We don't want you getting those signals. Help us out. We need your help more than ever. And also another way to shield yourself from what they're doing. Come on, Chaz. You're a conspiracy theorist. Let me ask you a question, Jack. How many times have you heard something that everyone says is a conspiracy theorist ends up being the freaking truth? What was that I just said? The truth will set you free. Here's the truth. It's called Patriot Shoot. Go to join.patriotshoot.com. Let me tell you the do's and don'ts. Number one, the don'ts. We don't have any algorithms. We don't have any bots. We've got real human beings that are talking and explaining, and with boots on the ground, we also have some whistleblowers as well on the platform, ladies and gentlemen. And it's about to get real up in here. We knew this day was coming. We have been prepared for 5 long years when we thought sometimes we were crazy. People thought we had lost our freaking marbles. We got the jump on everybody, and it's going to pay off. Again, go to patriotshoot.com. It's 24/7 truth machine. You'll find out what's going on probably 2 to 3 days prior and understand why it's happening. That's why we did it. Also, folks, our partners here, Q Broadcast. You can go to ppnnetwork.qbroadcast.com or dallasd.qbroadcast.com. 30,000 movies, 1,000 live channels, free pay-per-view. Free pay-per-view. It's pretty awesome. You get a deal that'll save you some money instead of you having to pay $300 to $400 for other companies out there that are cabal and robbing you blind. At least Q Broadcast is giving you something of value. Go to them, Q Broadcast. There you go. Also, LT360.com, the Heal products, healthy energy, active lifestyle. Coach Scott is at it again. Incredible products there. Use PPN as a discount code. Try out the strawberry limeade for that extra lightning fast hydration. A lot of us folks are getting hydrated. They're getting just not getting. Don't get no Gatorade. We got to be careful of what we're putting into our bodies right now because they're on overload. They're trying to kill us all. Don't you understand? We're not doing this, hey man, go buy you something. Hell no. This is for you to understand how much they're poisoning your ass. And people just take it. Go to Cardio Miracle. The name speaks for itself. Use PPN as a discount code. Sometimes I can't even talk about it like this because they'll try to sue me and sue PPN to shut us down. If we told you what some of our products really do, you ain't seen shit yet. Hang on a second. Hunter's Blend Coffee speaks for itself. Mwah. Wonderful. Get the Java. The Java's on point. HuntersBlendCoffee.com. Use discount code PPN. And let me tell you right now, the removal of graphene oxide, that's what's causing, from what we've been learning for the last 5 years, blood clots, damage to people's bodies. And it's coming in not just from our food, but also the air, because I always hear, hey, Charles, I hadn't got no shot. Well, great, neither did I. But they still found a way to put graphene oxide in your body. You got to breathe and you got to eat, don't you? Now they're messing with our water. So we got the trifecta that we got to fight ourselves against. You understand? Folks, when I go through this and do this every day, I do it on purpose because people need to know what the hell is going on. Instead of putting your head in the sand and dying in the next couple of years because you didn't realize what they've done. Again, go to therootsbrand.com/PPN or /Dallas PPN. I went a little bit over, but I need you to understand something. People are dying left and right, not by natural causes. And once you figure that out, and you figure out what they're doing, which you can figure all that out if you're on Patriot Shoot. But right now, get something in your body to get you a cleanse, a detox, get you some clean slate. Again, therootsbrand.com /PPN or /Dallas PPN. Patriot Mobile, we wanted to go to a go-to source for telecommunications that was not the cabal. Amen. We negotiate a sweet deal with them. Use PPN, you get free activation. Yes, you get free activation. It's pretty freaking cool. And watch this. I always love doing show and tell. And Waka Troll, he disappeared magically. Always entertaining. Thank you, PPNers. That's our PPN chat, our live chat as well, and also to Patriot, where you are the news, folks. I went a little over today because it's very important. People are freaking dying. You need help. You need to get your body right, and you need to know where the go-to place to go. Again, go to patriot.com where you are the news. That's where our replays are exclusively. You can go there, sign up for free. You're going to see other influencers on there as well. You need to understand something, folks. We have influencers coming to our platform at Patriot at patriot.com because they're being censored everywhere else. They're being censored everywhere else. And here's another thing. The ones that you claim are helping the movement, they're not censored at all because they're working with the enemy. It's plain as day for a lot of us, but a lot of people still don't see it and understand that we are in a psych war. Psychological warfare is taking place. Break the mold. Go to patriot.com where you are the news. All right, cool. See, bring in Dallas here. Yes, I had to go through a little bit of that. Sorry, man, we're a little bit behind, but you know how it works in being censored.
No, 100%, buddy.
Oh, man. How are you doing?
Oh, you know, as you used to say, hanging in there like a hair in a biscuit.
There you go. I like that. Well, let's go and get to it, man. Because we played the State of the Union, address last night on the show. We played it all the way through. I think it was over an hour. It was the longest State of the Union address in history.
I think his official talk time was like an hour and 44 minutes or 42 minutes or something like that. But it was basically 2 hours from when he walked in to when he walked out.
Well, he says, here are some of the talking points on the post he made this morning. Trump did. He said, low IQ, Omar and Rashida Tlaib as they screened uncontrollably last night. And then it talks about we should send them back where they came from as fast as humanly possible. You see all this, and, as that's going on, did you know a bank collapsed while this was going on? And this is in
China?
This is Bank of China went bankrupt.
Yeah.
And man is starting to begin over there. So here's the video on it. Let's see here.
It's like the fifth one, Chaz, in China.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's like the fifth one in China.
A lot of masking and bullshit going on right now. And people, I think what we're finally getting to see it unravel, Dallas. We're finally, because there's no way they can hide this much longer with the truth. And maybe that's the shocker. You know what I'm saying? Maybe so many people are controlled by their conditioning, meaning they're not awake. They got their head in the sand, and all of a sudden, hey, I just got a call from Margaret. Margaret just said they're going to the bank because they may not have their money from what their son told them. We're going to hear that a whole bunch. Stories like that where they're rushing to the bank. And not to say I'm telling everybody to go to the bank because it's a bank run, but you need to be cognitive of what's happening right now, and you make that time, and if that ever comes. And unfortunately, a time's going to have to come for the reset, Dallas.
Well, I mean, just if you look at the market over the last week, Monday it was down, 1.66%. It was down like $800. Tuesday it was up 400. I mean, look at today. Pull up the Dow Jones right now. It just dropped off a cliff. Oh, okay. It adjusted. When I pulled it up, it was like straight down. But it's up to 294 today. It's all over the place. Gold and silver. Gold is continuing to rise. Silver is slowly getting back up there. When I pulled it up, it was just a straight line down. I was like, that's weird, and then it reset. But
well, that's the moments when I jump up on my chair and say, yes, baby, down and pound, down,
that's
pound
why I
and
kind of
down.
freaked out for a second. But like gold, 52.19, right? An all-time high. Silver, 91.86. So we're getting back, it's setting up, Chaz. And, Trump said it, we're in the golden age.
God, it was entertainment last night. I was back. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't even want to be on the screen. I was watching just like everyone else. Had my peanuts, and I'm just sitting there, just popping them back and just saying, "Man, that's funny." Dang, look at the reaction. How much of a psyop do you need to have in front of you? Is what pretty much I'm saying. Because I already knew it was. But I'm like, man, this is gonna be great entertainment. And Trump does a very good job with entertainment and getting natural reactions out of people. And boy, did he get it last night. Great show.
All in all, I thought it was a really good speech. I thought, honoring the veterans, we had two veterans that were 100 years old, both served in World War II and Korean War. The pilot that went into Venezuela, I mean, that was cool.
Yeah.
A lot of the families. I think the most telling part of the whole night was when he said, if you agree with this sentence and this statement, stand up. And then he read the line from the Constitution where it says the government's first and primary job is to protect the citizens of the United States first.
Yeah.
And not one single Democrat stood up. Like,
I'm telling you, it's psyop, man. People are pissed. I mean, all in the chats, all on the internet. What was it? You should be ashamed of yourself. That's going to be. I'm wanting the algorithm to hear that because what the algorithm will do, because that's trending right now. To be honest with you. And so that's what's happening. And
they should, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I get it. You don't like the guy. You got Trump derangement syndrome. But when you say, our job as a government is to take care of the American citizens, do you agree with that? If you have to stand up and you don't stand up, like how stupid? Because they stood up for so many other things, Chaz. Last year, they didn't stand up, period, right? Mm-hmm. The Democrats, they didn't get up one time collectively last year, and that was bad enough. But this year, they actually got up when he talked about making a law to make it illegal to do insider trading.
That's right.
80%.
I got you something for that one, buddy. You just hold tight. You're gonna love what I'm about to show. But check this out. Australia is evacuating diplomatic families from Israel and Lebanon. The Australian government has told families of Australian diplomats in Israel and Lebanon to leave the two Middle East countries, citing a deteriorating security situation in the region. The government has offered voluntary departures to Australian diplomats dependents in the UAE, Jordan, and Qatar. And this is happening right now. But you know what Trump said who was not standing up with this woman right here, or this mask. Now, there's other video. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that we have obtained where this looks like Nancy's just her and her assistant, I guess, have been vacuuming it up. Check this out. Listen to this. She explains.
There was one moment, Madam Speaker, where he called you out specifically around, of course, congressional stock trading. What do you say back to him?
I say back to him, as that's what members said, look at your own self. The inference he wants to draw is there was something wrong with that, which there wasn't. And if there was, people get prosecuted for it. For a long time now, we've been trying to pass this.
Oh, I'm going to pause that. That is 100% a mask. If you can't tell this out, it is 100% a mask. Just want to let you know, but this is great entertainment.
Law. It doesn't have, now it has more support than it had before. And
Elizabeth Warren stood up and applauded. Elizabeth Warren stood and applauded tonight. The president talked about it.
Well, we all did. I did too. He said, did Nancy stand up? Yeah, I did too. A lot of people stood up. A lot of Democrats stood up. I think that will pass, depending on what the bill is. I mean, what we had, we thought we could pass. It was actually a tougher bill than Governor Spanberger had put forth. We thought it could pass, but it was clear that it wasn't going to.
Mm-hmm.
What is she on?
Well, I think 3 things of shots of vodka. I'm telling you. Let me find the clip because I got to get the clip because the clip is a trip. That's a good one too. Man, I've got a bunch of good ones today. Hang on, we're almost there. There's so many. Found it. All right. Okay. So, watch and see if you see anybody stand up.
Now 5% than they're paid. And everything we send over to Ukraine is sent through NATO, and they pay us in full. They pay us totally in full. Every branch of our armed forces is setting records for recruitment. This is so exciting. And every service member recently. Now 5%.
How many shots you think she had?
I would guess she's at least a half a liter in.
Oh, God. Damn, man. That's a lot. That's crazy.
Can you imagine what kind of person you have to be to work for her? You know, like that woman sitting next to her is obviously her aide. Like, I mean, you're probably picking up, like cleaning up vomit and, pee stains half your time just because she's a knocked down blackout drunk. Like, it's crazy.
Well, here they go. They start lathering it on because they were setting up the Democratic Party. We knew this was going to happen. There was going to be a setup.
Well, I saw a couple of things, Bill. First of all, obviously, most Democrats didn't stand up or clap. And what a shame that is. What a sad commentary that is on the Democratic Party, that the idea that the American government should stand for American citizens, not illegal aliens, that shouldn't be controversial, but apparently it was to the Democrats. But I will say, Bill, something that I saw that probably most TV viewers didn't see was really the cowardice, because there were a few Democrats who sort of politely clapped. They didn't want to stand up. I guess maybe they were worried about being primaried by the far left fringe of their party, but they were.
Well, we've obtained a video that he was talking about where we couldn't see it to some degree. And I think he's right. So if you look from this detail observation, you're going to see rot in hell. Yeah, true story. I'm serious. Think about Trump speaking, and they're doing all this. This is the way I look at him too. I mean, let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? Watch out.
Yep.
There's always different perspectives. Oh, that's about right, ain't it?
Pretty close.
How on earth do we recover? Well, we need handcuffs and perp walks. It's really what we really need more than anything else.
Amen.
You know, hey, what about Larry Summers? This is going in the right direction. Maybe get some attention here. He finally resigns from Harvard. I thought he had already done so, but what it was is he apologized as something that was about his ties or an email or some BS. Now he is official. He has resigned from Harvard over the Epstein links. This is coming from a university spokesperson. Wow.
Well, good. Now he needs to be arrested and held accountable for whatever horrible things he did with Jeffrey Epstein, and in his houses and on that island. Cool. I'm glad he stepped down, but that's time to face the piper, or pay the piper, or whatever.
Pay freaking somebody. Now look, this is the gavel. They broke out for the 250th anniversary for the State of the Union address last night. I was like, ooh, that's a good find. And I'm kind of weird like that. I like to see what little writings they have underneath here. Potomac Lodge, number 5. Mm-hmm.
So it's a Freemason gavel.
You got it. Symbolism at its finest. That's kind of serious right there.
Hey, Chad,
you get to that?
The good guys are in control, Chads. I mean, we're using a Freemason gavel, but the good guys are in control.
And this would be the time we would need, Lynn? We need good old Lynn up in here. He's beating this up alive. So, wow. So
that's crazy. I mean,
it is.
But the good guys are in control, Chaz. That's what we keep getting told.
Well, everyone's wanting to pay attention. What does this mean? So when I first saw this, I look at this as like a double tap. Because I guess I've seen too many horror movies like Zombieland where, double tap, they're dead, they're gone. That's kind of what that distinguishes. Check this out.
10:59 p.m. here on the East Coast. The first State of the Union address of Donald J. Trump.
Everybody is looking at this.
10.
It's funny. I saw him do that when he was walking off, and it caught my attention, but I didn't I didn't dwell on it. But that's interesting. I mean, he did point out J.D. Vance as being in charge of uncovering the fraud, right? And he said, and I said this right here on PPN, if we undid all of the fraud across the United States, I believe we could eliminate our national debt. And he said it last night that we could balance the budget if we simply eliminated the fraud. And he put J.D. Vance in front of it. So,
and then he talked about also getting rid of taxes and stuff. But while that's going on, this is stuff that we already knew about too. Oh, remember Ashton Kutcher right there?
Yeah,
and we've always known there's been communications. He is in the Epstein files, okay, and the list. And they're saying he's been implicated, but we already know he's been there.
Ashton Kutcher, looks like the Epstein files have called you to the front of the room. This is explosive. Now, it's no secret that Ashton Kutcher has a checkered past when it comes to women, especially young women. But recently, the Epstein files have revealed that Ashton Kutcher has had numerous emails back and forth with Ghislaine about child's charity or whatever the alleged cover-up could be. Now, why is this such a big deal? Well, now all of the stuff that we've seen before comes back up. The mysterious death of Brittany Murphy. A lot of people wonder what Ashton knows about that. Also, the 22-year-old Ashley. In this situation, Ashton was at the door when the police came. She was unalived. He said when he got to the door, he saw a red wine, and assumed but it actually was a pool of blood. And then people were like, how could you mistake blood for red wine and not actually check? One of the emails right there, you can say to Ghislaine, We'll be expecting Redacted and her father on Monday. What type of stuff would you be arranging with the madam to Epstein? And we already know what that's about. And who can forget Danny Masterson, Ashton's right-hand man on that 70s show, who Ashton and his wife defended to a crazy level, just defending that guy. Turns out he was convicted of raping not only one, but 2 females. Now, those emails to Ghislaine and all of the prior stuff, even with Ashton saying that him and Diddy did things he could never speak about. Those were Ashton's words. And us finding out what happened to Diddy at the end of the day makes this whole thing look crazy. And this story is developing, and I don't like it. Ashton, what's up? What if I told you?
More and more Hollywood, and more people are stepping down, more people are being removed around the world. So it's time for the United States to step up to the plate. Put up or shut up, brother.
Amen. If you watched it as well, you saw President Trump tell Supreme Court justices to their faces that their anti-tariff ruling backfired and will remain in place. During the State of the Union address. That was pretty powerful. You can see the look there on Barrett's face. And what about Roberts? Roberts was stone cold. They were not totally like, there you go. What am I doing? I can show it to you right here. There you go.
Yep.
Yeah. The more you know, right? Did you see where Melania was pissed when they started really saying a lot of bad stuff about Trump? When he started bragging on her about her book, check out her demeanor.
Look, nobody stands up. These people are crazy. I'm telling you. Amazing. 7. Boy, oh boy. We're lucky we have a country with people like this. Democrats are destroying our country, but we've stopped it just in the nick of time, didn't we? No one cares more about protecting America's youth than our wonderful First Lady, now a movie star. She's a movie star. Can you believe it? Who would have believed
yes,
it?
Boy.
Over the past year, she has had an incredible impact championing AI legislation, advancing a landmark executive order on foster care, and helping secure $30 million to launch the Melania Trump Foster Youth to Independence Initiative. It's really a tremendous thing that happened and had a lot of bipartisan support. She gets much better bipartisan support than I do. I get none. She gets a lot.
Yeah. But it was astounding to me what they stood up, because they did stand up quite a bit. They stand up several times. When I say they, I mean the Democrats. But what they didn't stand up for, with
the illegal stuff, dude, and quoting the Constitution, hell yeah. And that was a setup. And that just goes to show, I'm sorry, but the whole reason why you're up there to begin with is to protect our Constitution and protect and look out for we the people. Yeah. But the only thing that matters is we my wallet. You know what I'm saying? For them.
Which is even more confusing of why they stood up for the insider trading thing. Because they're all guilty.
Man, because they're all guilty.
And so
I made my $30 million. Let me stand up.
I mean, you can't prosecute me for things I did in the past. So, hey, yeah, let's change the rules so nobody else can become millionaires by defrauding the American people. It was an interesting night. I really did think the speech was pretty good. He didn't say anything that I really wanted him to say. I think he's totally off base. I don't know who's lying to him, but the economy is not skyrocketing through the moon. I mean, people are still struggling to buy daily, weekly necessities, food, gas.
On top of that, they're working 2 jobs.
Yeah. So to get up there and brag about how awesome the economy is doing. He's just out of touch. And I don't know, somebody pointed out to me today, the last time he bought a Big Mac from McDonald's was probably 30 years ago, right? He doesn't know that they're they're 3 times more expensive than they were back in the day. But, he's out of touch on some things. He's being lied to. I don't really think it's him. I think he's being lied to and misled. I've offered many times. You and I both have, hey, President Trump, hire me. You don't even have to pay me much. Just, but you don't have to pay me anything. Just let's get on a call 30 minutes every day, and I'll tell you exactly what's happening in the world, because nobody else around you is even attempting to tell you the truth in most cases.
That's what it comes down to. They don't care, Dallas. They look at us as peons and numbers. And as much as some people want to disagree with that, I'm sorry, that's reality. Okay. That is really what we're looking at right now. And anybody that here is a threat to them and they gain any type of momentum, they're killed.
Or they have hit squads or like smear campaigns like Candace Owens. Was that what you were about to show?
Well, that's what I was showing up, because yeah, exactly. So this is what is being said here. It says that Matt Wallace said he was offered money to call Candace Owens a demon. And Milo says he has the list of people that accepted the money and that it wasn't a lot. So this is going to be mildly crazy interesting here. They're going to come out the list of who is on this list of being paid to go after Candace Owens. Now, do I really think there's much to this? I could really give a rat's ass about that, except for the censorship and except where the financial arm in all of this is coming from. Because that is what has been happening. We've got so many influencers on the take, Dallas. You know it. I know it. Obviously, I'll just be real. I've had, people threaten PPN that they're going to sue us if we say their name out public one more time again. And at this point, sorry, we don't have cabal money. And our attorney's super expensive and it sucks. Okay, it is what it is. But that's what's happening. You got patriots that are on the take that act like they know everything. They can rattle off history. They can rattle off any type of executive order. But this is what you need to ask yourself at the end of the day. Is this person going in the direction that is reality that's happening right now? And the answer is no. The answer is no. It's always a fairy tale, Dallas. It's always going down a dead-end rabbit hole. But then when you have the ones like us here at PPN that are telling the truth and everything that we're saying is actually is coming to life. It's not because we're, like you always say, it's like, man, it ain't like we're smarter than everybody. We're regular people. But it's common sense and God-given discernment, bro.
Yeah.
That allows us as human beings, the gifts that God has given us, to be able to see through this BS if you know how to cut some things off and get them out of your life. Because I'm telling you, people are stuck all day long, going down rabbit holes, going through their phone, or they're looking at the television. People still do go to the television. Some of you are watching this right now on the television, but we're on the truth vision right now, okay? You got us for an hour to get some truth vision up in there.
Yeah,
that's about it, and that's seriously what is happening.
Well, and again, you follow the money, right? I mean, if somehow a guy, started on the streets, reporting what he was seeing, and now is living in a mansion, driving a Maserati, or whatever, I don't know what car, but if somehow they've suddenly become multimillionaires, Dan Bongino, right? Worth $150 million, you just like everything else in this world, we haven't even talked about all the jelly roll stuff. I'm still trying to get my hands wrapped around.
Well, a lot of that, and that's probably, we'll have a good conversation on another show about that. I promise you, because a lot of us know them at a personal level and some other things. And family. But I'll tell you, there's a couple of individuals that have a target because they're wanting to get paid off of clickbait. and we'll talk about that. But I'll tell you something else we need to be talking about is what this thing here right here. El Chapo's wife returns to court wearing a Star of David necklace. Let that sink in. Symbolism.
She converted to Judaism.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the president of Mexico apparently is Jewish, or worships Judaism, even though Mexico is like a 98% Catholic country. You know.
So here we go. Check this out. This is a little bit more entertainment for you.
Isn't that a shame? You should be ashamed of yourself not standing up. You should be ashamed of yourself. That is why I'm also asking you to end deadly sanctuary cities that protect the criminals and enact serious penalties for public officials who block the removal of criminal aliens. In many cases, drug lords, murderers all over our country. They're blocking the removal of these people out of our country, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
She should have been deported yesterday, Chaz. I mean, this is the reality. She can't even go back to her own country. If we deport her back to Somalia, they will string her up in the middle of the street within minutes of her landing, because her family destroyed that country and tortured and tormented hundreds of thousands of citizens.
Yep.
And I mean, she wouldn't last 24 hours in that country.
By the way, guys, you can go to join.patriotshoot.com right now to get access to a lot of these links and information that we showed here on the show. Not to mention, you get access to our state groups, which you want to join immediately, and not to mention our voice chat platforms. Again, go to join.patriotshoot.com right now. So, all right. So this is Instagram leading supposed conspiracy theorist here. He's got some really good stuff. I enjoy it. Viewer discretion, please be advised. If you got some children in the room, you might want to take them out. Here we go. There's my disclaimer.
Well. Fart my face and call it anti-Semitism. Did you hear the news or wham?
You talked about this email between John Brockman and Jeffrey Epstein where they talk about a dozen one-year-olds being at a party, a big event. Oh, by the way, happy Hanukkah. It's time to bust the guillotines out, but also not what I'm referring to. Talking about how the Epstein files confirm like neuro weapons, like fucking with your mind and causing hallucinations by sending frequencies and radio waves at you. Horrific, but also no. You're talking about how 3.8 million files have gone missing mysteriously from the UFO vault ever since Trump said he's going to release alien stuff. Negatory. New research suggests that microplastics existed hundreds of years before humans created plastic. Oh, so they've been lying to us about our history? Shocker. Also, no, Ryan Cooglin's bringing back the X-Files.
I mean, that's dope. It'd be a lot cooler if we just called it the Epstein files instead and just did that. But the truth is out there. I want to believe.
Amen on that.
I love that dude. I don't agree with everything he says.
Agree.
But I follow him pretty closely, and the dude is. I mean, he's the dude is spot on 99% of the time. Every now and then he goes in a direction.
First name is John, by the way. I'll have to get the last name, but good guy. Yeah, sorry.
But I mean, I watched a clip of him the other day. He was reading one of the Epstein files live on the government website, and it glitched and removed him.
That's right.
And then he was recording it. I mean, they are. I mean, what they do to you, Chaz, I mean, they do to him on a daily basis.
They do all of us. They do it to you. They do it to me. They do it to Warren. It don't matter. If you're out there, it doesn't matter. It does it to people in our audience. If you're out there telling the truth of what you're supposed to be doing, okay, and you're going out there with no hidden agendas, you're just trying to get information out for people to dig in and do, okay? We are getting decimated with censorship because they don't want the masses to know. They don't. And that's, I mean, Q has said it more or less with the censorship. Yes, it seems like everybody keeps on referring to it as a movie, because it's so hard to believe that our freaking world is ran by sick pedophiles and also sick people that drink children's blood. Adrenochrome is real. Okay, dumbs are real. We don't do this just to do this. Dallas don't get on here just to do it, just to pass away the time. Neither do I, and neither do so many others that are doing and saying the truth versus a bullshit narrative that makes you run down a road that's a total dead end, and you end up giving up your hope. Okay, to that this is real. It's real. It's going this way. So buckle up. And I say, put up or shut up, my friend. As always.
Amen.
Thank you, Dallas. God bless you, man.
See you, brother.
See you, man. Bye. Another one in the box, folks. Appreciate everyone tuning in as you do. Man, we've got a lot of things happening right now here at PPN. More than you could ever imagine. Now, this is where you can really get the truth. Okay, if you go to join.patriotshoot.com, go to join.patriotshoot.com right now. Right now. Don't waste time. We say this to everyone on every show because as more people are joining this community, more people are awakening to how bad and what is happening in our world. If you're truly about the children and you want to know really what's going on, it's not Republicans versus Democrats, ladies and gentlemen. Please understand this. Please understand the puppet master is the freaking same. Symbolism. We're talking about the gavel you just saw tonight from Washington. It's real. It's happening. And the ending's not for everyone. God bless the Republic of the United States of America. And God bless you, Patriots. Without you folks, there is no America or world for that matter. Take care, and we will totally see you tonight. Hi there, I'm Chaz Carter. Welcome to Patriot Shoot. If you're looking for a censorship-free platform where you can freely express your thoughts and connect with like-minded individuals, then you're in the right place. At Patriot Shoot, we offer more than just a membership. For just $8.99 per month, we provide you with daily intel, weekly giveaways, and access to our exclusive voice chat platform called Patriot Talk, where we have somewhere between 200 to 400 active members just on that alone, discussing a wide range of topics every single day. You'll gain access to our state groups where you can connect with members in your state at a grassroots level. Our community is all about open dialogue and sharing valuable information without the fear of being silenced. Whether it's discussing current events, giving advice, or personal matters, or simply connecting with others on Patriot Shoot, it is the place to be. So what are you waiting for? Join us today. Experience the freedom of speech and just fill out the form below and get started. We cannot wait to have you here with us, and welcome aboard.